Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's wee Paddy from Across the Shunk. Nice wee video for you today. I have got two older USA-made knives, and they're from sort of brands you don't hear a lot about over here in the UK. They're very hard to get over here, which is the one deciding factor why we don't have so many over here. By the time you pay taxes and all on a second-hand knife, it just makes it unaffordable. Or not unaffordable, but too expensive for what it is when you're on my budget. Other people's budgets may vary, but for me, it's nearly impossible to buy from abroad with the tax and as it comes into the UK. So I'm going to show you a couple that I've got. Last year, I think I got them, maybe the year before. But they're new to my collection as such. I've done videos, short videos on them, but I just wanted to do a wee close up, a wee dive into them and why I still love them and why this is a sort of knife that I'm looking to pick up for my collection. I don't need the big fancy ones at the moment at all. They're not in my process. But these, I bought these for somewhere around £80 to £100. Not sure what the price was. I don't keep prices or anything like that. I just buy whenever I've got enough cash to buy. So, and I've got my today's carry because I just wanted to show that. It's a nice wee knife and it's a smaller knife than I normally carry. And it's a locking knife. But I'm in the house today. I'm not going anywhere. So I've got that. Bit of news first. As you know, our Mikey and Slippy are over in Texas with our friend John, TK. And they're going to the big show, the Texas show this weekend. And our podcast tonight, if you weren't here last week, is not on tonight. Just going to remind you again, it's on tomorrow night at the same time, 7:30 in the UK. And we're hoping we're going to have Slippy, TK and Mikey on the podcast live from the show. That's all the things. Well, if technically they can do it, I don't know how good the Wi-Fi is going to be in there. Neither do they yet. Hopefully we'll find a bit more out tomorrow when they get there, what it's going to be like. So I can't wait. Can't wait to see them. I've already seen some of Mikey's knives. He's going to send us a picture. He had bought a lot of knives in America, got them sent to John's, knowing that he was going to go over there, and then he'll bring them back with him. So just really can't wait to see the knives he got. I've seen pictures of some of them this morning, and he has already got a beautiful collection of knives before he even gets to the show. So look out for plenty more, and we'll have videos on them when Mikey comes back, and we'll talk to him about it next Thursday. And we'll probably have Slippy and TK on the podcast as well, if they will join us. So if you're out there, you two, if you'd like to join us next week, please do. You'd be more than welcome, and we can hear all about Texas Blade Show. So, what have I got for you today? Is that all I had to tell you? I'm sure I had something else to tell you. No, that's all I had to tell you. I think it was. Aye, think so. Anyway, here we go. My today's carry, and it's in this beautiful pouch. This was a pouch, PPP on it. One of my subscribers, and I can't think of his bloody name off the top of my head, which is not unusual. Please do not take offence. I do it with everybody. This is a beautiful pouch. I love it's just the fact that it's a different shape. It folds down here at the top. It's quite thick leather, but it's not too thick that you can actually get in and just pull your knife out. You can actually squeeze it as well and it pops out. But this is the one I'm carrying today. Look at that beautiful burl wood. Have you guessed what it is yet? It's got a lovely lock back, lovely stainless steel bolsters, and then the best mirror polish on any knife that I have. Look at that mirror polish. There's my old bake. Oh, you can't see it on behind the camera. But that is an amazing mirror polish. It really is. You could read the writing. There's my old chin there. Can you see it? I just adore this little knife. And this is a Moki. Made in Japan. Just absolute. The fit and finish on this is just exemplary. That it's polished on the inside. Mirror polished. Can you see that? Mirror polished on the inside. Where there's no need to do so. But look at that fit and finish. Lovely brass liners. And I say them stainless steel bolsters. It is a stunner. Now, it's in Aussie. Made in Japan. Aussie is a fantastic steel for a pocket knife. Absolutely super. And this just means that I have used this, and I use this quite regularly. I carry it about the house, and then I do everyday tasks with it. around the house. So read into that what you will. I do anything with it, and I just adore it. It's a stainless steel, so it does even get used for apple cutting, but there's no stains. So there you go. So far, maybe I'll get them in the future. The only thing I'm never so sure of, but I suppose you can actually nearly use this as a keyring knife if you want. I meant to close that thing as a slip joint because it just looks like a slip joint, and it really is a beautifully dialed in little unlock there. Beautiful, right up the centre. Honestly, everything about this knife screams, it nearly screams custom. That's how good it is. It nearly screams custom. I just adore it. So that's in my pocket today, and I'll have so much pleasure in using that today and using this little slip. I like to change my slips as well every now and then. So this is another one of my subs that do things that just make my YouTube journey so good. So there we go. And the two knives we're going to talk about. I'll do this one first. This is probably my favourite of the two, but there's very little in it. I actually prefer the blade on that one, but we'll see it. This is a Winchester. There you go, trademark Winchester. And this is from their Black Box series. So these were fancy ones. Now, this one is from 1987, if I'm not... It is, from 1987. So it's not an old knife, but it's just a beautiful... And it's a Swell Center coffin jack, which is just a beautiful pattern. I love that pattern because this Swell, when it goes into your hand, it's just so comfortable. And you've got the swollen, now it's not over swollen, but you've got this lovely coffin jack. All the edges are chamfered on it. It is just stunning. I'll show you. You see, all the edges are chamfered around it. The bone jigging is small and delicate. It is absolutely gorgeous. But this is what makes this knife special. Look at that knurling, or whatever you call that, around that. You have a single threaded bolster up here, and then you have this knurling. How classy does that make that knife? This to me, and then a nice Federal shield. This is a gentleman's knife. You've got a good size pen blade, good size, thin behind the edge, so a great cutter, slicer, and the main blade, again, thin behind the edge, thin on top, but sturdy enough to do everything I'll need to do in a day. I adore this. Look at that. Honestly, you can just sit, and this is where I see, you think when companies do it well, when you've got this out here where it comes out and that line is not straight, it just looks terrible. This is just beautifully done. It is stunning on both sides. There you go. Let me just do this without cut myself. Can you see that? It is beautifully in line, beautifully done, just done by craftsmen. And I think it's a sort of thing. Winchester, I know they got other people to make their knives. I'm not sure who made this, so if you know in the audience, please let me know. I'm sure I have known in the past. I've just forgotten, which is just me. But this is just an absolutely amazing part of my collection. I was so chuffed to get it. And I bought this off a UK fella, so I didn't have to pay any taxes or whatever. So I absolutely love it. And I think I bought this one off the same fella. It was on my Facebook, one of my Facebook groups. This, I would love to know a wee bit about it. This is the K-Bar Boot Hill series. You don't see many of these on YouTube. I love it. Look at that stag on that. Isn't that beautiful? And again, it's a Swell-centered coffin jack. Now, when I first got them, or got them together, I thought these are bound to be by the same company, but I just don't think so. And again, it would be interesting. So there's them together, same size blades. They've got a very similar ricassos there. But you can see the thickness in this one's much better. I would have thought if a company was making this one and doing this one exactly the same, they would have had the same size blades, but they're not. And the knives themselves, if you see, they are nearly exactly the same. The coffin bolsters are the same, but yet a different size. So that makes me think it's not by the same company. But beautiful knives nonetheless. I'm actually beginning to like the thinner pen blades, or master spear, whatever you want to call it. Much better for EDC use. they're just more delicate. You know what I mean? It's just in my pocket. This is just fab. I've got another knife. I need a bigger knife, but this is lovely. Lovely half stop on that too, and no half stop on this. Again, maybe that's what, or maybe they were made at a completely different time period. That's probably more the truth. Could still be. But the bolster, look how that bolster, when was the last time companies used a pin right through the bolster that were visible? I just don't know. That's a question, again, if you're out there and you know the answer to that. But this one is K-Bar, and it's the Boot Hill collection, which I just think, that takes me back to my Saturday morning cowboy movies, the old graveyard. And on the back of it, it's got DMB. It's 888, I think. I'm not sure what that stands for again. If you know, please let me know. I can't find one on YouTube. I've been hunting and hunting. I can't find one. But, I mean, they're lovely edges in these. These are sharp and ready to use. These are carry knives, but they carry as this be a special occasion knife. Special occasion for me. And again, you got the pen blade, a little bit shorter in the length, but a little bit fatter. Doesn't really matter. And both the pen blades, funny enough, one's in the back and one's in the front. The Winchester, the pen blade is on the front, and on the Boot Hill, the pen blade is on the back. So, which one do I prefer? I'll be perfectly honest. I think I prefer this because I don't have to, because this is the way I'll bring my knife out of my case. And I like to be able to get whichever blade I want from the same side, you know, in a little jackknife. And they're easy opening. The nail nicks are very deep, so you get a good bit of your finger into there. I just think it's lovely. And because this is a Swell center, it comes down to let you get in and a full nail in there. And again, this one here, full nail nick. I think I prefer the pen blade in the front. What do you prefer and why? No, I think that's just about it. This is the other thing I like. When you get a knife that's been made and it's a higher end knife, I love the way they'll bring the blade all the way around. Sorry, not the blade. For goodness sake, I love the way they bring it all the way up to the shorter blade, and it makes it look that it's something similar to the front one. Although it's shorter, it fills in that empty blank, and I just think that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Backspring. Couldn't think what the hell that was. So, and look at the way it's finished on the back. Look how precisely it's done. Lovely brass liners. It just thin brass liners. Keeps the whole knife thin. You know, it doesn't feel any thicker really than a single bladed with a thicker blade. But that little finishing touch just does it for me. But look how centered they are. It's just right up the hey diddle diddle. And this knife is from 1987. Granted, it was like absolute brand new when I got it. No box, but a just stunning. Oh, maybe I did get a box of this. See, there you go. Great the way I do my research in it. But I love everything about it. I love everything about this as a user knife. This one intrigues me because this bolster takes me back. That's 1987. Where would that take you back to when they done bolsters like this? Unless they done it just for specifically for the Boot Hill commemorative or something like that. I don't know whether it was a box series or something like that. Again, please let me know. But that stag is just gorgeous. And do you know something? Yeah, it is stag. It has to be stag. It's so nice. It's just so well done. I couldn't see anybody doing that other than that being real. It is absolutely stunning. And again, look at this. Now there's the difference. You see the difference? This is what elevates this one, the Black Box series. And I would love to get some more of the Black Box series. But there you see the difference of not having, there you go, your back spring coming around to fill in the gap where the smaller blade is. You can see it's just that large gap. Now, it doesn't make any difference to the knife. But to me, this higher end, it's them small details that make me excited. That when I get a knife that's been finished. And this is finished as well, but it's just finished differently. I still love this knife. I love the stag on it. completely love the stag. I just think it is stunning. No shield on it, which you shouldn't be on stag anyway. You don't want to ruin that beautiful stag. But lovely. Again, finished beautifully. All the edges chamfered, as is this one. But again, what a lovely knife to take out with the lads. This to a wedding. This to a more sedate, easy going. But this just, you know, this is that rugged look about it, and this is the elegant look. And I love the shield on this. You know, I like a shield anyway. But I just, how gorgeous are them two knives? And I mean, I have quite a few knives like this that just turn me on, that I've managed to pick up over the years. And I'm going to start doing this maybe once a week for a while and pick a couple of knives that are very similar or close as, and do a comparison between the two. So let me know down below, which one out of the two would you like in your collection? Would it be the Winchester Black Box series, or would it be the K-Bar Boot Hill series? Let me know down below. Number 1, number 2. That's all you have to put, number 1 or number 2, and I'll know what you're talking about. So there you go, two beautiful knives. I hope you agree. Two beautiful blades that will do anything I ever need in an EDC fashion around my house. I don't need any more than this 99% of the time in my life. But yeah, two beautiful, but very different. Two beautiful, but very different, other than the pattern is the same. But just the way they finished them is so, so nice. There you go. That's my video for today. There's the two oldies that I've got there. And this is a more, you know, this is probably not more modern. They've been making these models for donkeys. I don't even know how many years they've been making them. But this is a beautiful, beautiful Moki to go with them. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you very shortly for another video. Don't forget the podcast tomorrow night, not tonight, Texas Blade Show special. Or me and Justin are going to have to talk a whole lot of twaddle for an hour if we can't get through to them on the interweb. Right, bye-bye now. Have a lovely cup of tea and a lovely afternoon. Take care. Bye-bye now.